Execution after 10 minutes. When SRPT closed below VVWAP, I entered the trade by shorting stock around $18.20 with a stop loss in mind just above VWAP. As expected, the sellers took control, and the stock price tanked to $17. I exited when a new 5-minute chart made a new high. When the candlestick made a new high, it meant that the buyers were then gaining control. I covered me shorts at around $17.40 and locked in a $650 profit, as you can see below. My profit on June 2, 2016, only 12 minutes into my day. How did I do it? My philosophy in trading is that you need to master only a few solid setups to be consistently profitable. In fact, having a simple trading method consisting of a few minimal setups will help to reduce confusion and stress and allow you to concentrate more on the psychological aspect of trading, which is truly what separates the winners from the losers. Now that you have learned the basics of a few trading strategies, let's review the actual process of planning and making a trade. You now understand the setup you want to trade, but as a beginner trader, you will have a hard time planning and initiating a trade beforehand. It is very common to have a good setup but then enter or exit a trade at the wrong times and lose money while everyone else is making money. I believe the solution lies in developing a process for your trading. Plan a trade, and trade a plan. I have a PhD in chemical engineering, so I firmly believe in the process approach to trading. I can safely say that this is a major reason for my success. My trading process looks like this. Morning routine: develop watch list, organize a trade plan, initiate the trade according to plan, execute the trade according to plan, journaling and reflection. You must remember that what makes a trade profitable is the correct execution of all of the steps in the above process. Write down your reasons for entering and exiting every trade. Everyone can read this book or dozens of other books, but only a few people have the discipline to execute correctly. You might have a good setup but select a wrong stock to trade, such as a stock that is being manipulated by computers and institutional traders. Perhaps you will find a proper stock to trade, but you will enter the trade at the wrong time. A bad entry will make a miss of your plan and you will eventually lose your money. You can find a good stock to trade and enter a trade correctly, but if you don't exit properly, you will turn a winning trade into a losing one. All of the steps of the process are important. Think about something significant that you do frequently in your life, and then think of how it can best be done. Now, consider how you do it currently. This is a great thought process for traders to have. When you take a trade, you need to ensure that you are focused on the right things both prior to entering it as well as during the trade. Creating a system for this thought process will take away most of the emotional hang-ups traders experience when looking to enter into a trade as well as managing it while they are in it. This brings you to my final rule. Rule 11, profitable trading does not involve emotion. If you are an emotional trader, you will lose your money. Education and practice give you a perspective of what matters in trading, how you trade, and how you can grow and develop your skills. Once you have a perspective on what matters, you can proceed to identify the specific processes on which to focus. The key to success is knowing your exact processes. Often you will learn them the hard way, by losing money. I have found that trading, sticking to my plan and the discipline inherent in my trading methodology have had a snowball effect of positive habits in my life in general, and these habits have contributed to even more trading success. For example, I start my trading process by following the same routine when I get up in the morning. I always go for a morning run before the trading session starts. As mentioned before, I live in Vancouver, Canada, and the market opens at 6:30 a.m., my time. I wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. I go for a run from 5 to 5:45 a.m., usually between 7 and 10 kilometers or around 4 to 6 miles. I come home, take a shower, and at 6 a.m. start developing my plan. I have found that when my body has not been active prior to trading, I will make poor decisions. There are scientific studies showing that aerobic exercise has a positive effect on the decision-making process. People who regularly participate in an aerobic exercise, such as running for at least 30 minutes, have higher scores on neuropsychological functioning and performance tests that measure such cognitive functions as attentional control, inhibitory control, cognitive flexibility, working memory updating and capacity, and information processing speed. You can easily read about these topics on the internet, or you can email me in our chat room and I will send you some videos and information about these facts. I stopped drinking coffee and alcohol, and I have stopped eating animal-based food, and my performance levels have increased significantly. Not eating meat and fish, any living beings that are marked with blood, and noticing alcohol, coffee, tobacco and all other drugs lifts you above the curse and accelerates you forward in every aspect of life. In day trading, simply being better than average is not sufficient. You must be significantly above the crowd to win in day trading. Unfortunately, day trading often appeals to impulsive people, gamblers, and those who feel that the world owes them a living. You cannot be one of them, and you should not act like one of them. You need to start developing the discipline of a winner. Winners think, feel, and act differently than losers. You must look within yourself, discard your illusions, and change your old ways of being, thinking and acting. Change is hard, but if you want to be a successful trader, you must work on changing and developing your personality. To succeed, you will need motivation, knowledge, and discipline. Now, back to trading. As discussed previously, trading cannot be looked at as a hobby. You must approach trading seriously. As such, I wake up at 5 a.m., go for a 30 to 45-minute run, take a shower, get dressed, and eat oatmeal for breakfast prior to firing up my trading station at 6 a.m. I am awake, alert, and motivated when I sit down and start building my watch list. This morning routine has tremendously helped my mental preparation for coming into the market. So, whatever you do, starting the morning out in a similar fashion will pay invaluable dividends. Rolling out of bed and throwing water on your face 15 minutes in advance just does not give you sufficient time to be prepared for the market's opening. Sitting at your computer in your pajamas or underwear does not put you in the right mindset to attack the market. I know, because I have experienced all of these scenarios. My watch list comes from a specific scan that I use every morning. I will not look anywhere else because I am confident that the stocks on that scanner will have the best opportunity to set up for me to trade. I will vet each stock in the same way, using a checklist where I can determine if it is actually tradable for me. My watch list is built by 6:15 a.m., and I will not add anything to it after that time because there won't be enough time to review new stocks and plan for a trade. This allows me to watch the tickers on my watch list for the 15 minutes prior to penning. This actually leads into the next step in my process. During the 15 minutes prior to opening, I watch the tickers on my watch list and develop trade plans for them based on the price action I am seeing. This is the most difficult part, and it requires experience, knowledge and education. Many traders fail at this step. When the bell rings at 6:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. New York time, I'll have my plans in place written on note cards because it is too easy to forget what I've seen on each ticker coming into the open. What is my plan if it sets up to the long side? What's my plan if it sets up to the short side? What setup do I want to see? What are my profit targets? Where will my stop be? Is the profit window large enough for the trade to make sense? Just asking yourself questions like these when you are planning your trades will give you a significant advantage because you can then go in with a battle plan and stick to it. If it is written down close to my face I can easily refer to it, and that eliminates the anxiety that I used to feel when that bell rang. All I am doing at the opening I looking for my signal and trigger to enter the trade. In the example above, I saw that SRPT had gapped down 15%. I knew that there wasn't much interest in buying the stock. Who would dare to buy when a stock gapped down 15% overnight? Most investors are actually trying to get out and sell before it goes down even further, as thought there's something seriously wrong with the company. I could not find any support or resistance nearby, therefore I decided to watch VWAP and chose a VWAP short trade. Once the stock sets up, signals, and triggers an entry, I will enter without question. Well, that's the plan anyway. Sometimes I may second guess myself, but not too often. I have my profit targets written out on my trade plan, as well as the technical level that I am basing my stops on, so after entry I am just concentrating on hitting my marks and booking profit. There are some that say that knowing when to exit is the hardest part of the trade. It can be extremely tough not to exit the trade too early if you do not have a preset plan. If you have a plan ahead of time and you stick to it, you will have a better chance of letting your winning trades work and cutting your losses off quickly instead of the other way around. This will also help with managing your emotions while in the trade. Recently I talked to one of my students about filtering out the noise. This strategy goes a long way to help do that so you can focus on the trade. Once the trade is done, I will reflect on how well my plan worked and how well I stuck to what he had written. Most of the reflection on my trades will come in the evening when I review and recap my trades from the day. I believe one of the key things forgotten by many is reflection. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And, should I have sold earlier? Are all extremely important questions for the development of your trading. Just because you made good profits doesn't mean you are a perfect trader. How you play both sides of the table are extremely important. Write down or do a video recap of the trade and everything that comes to mind lesson-wise, and then file it away with other past lessons, and use them all as a reference for the future. Some lessons hit harder than others, but be confident that with time you will only get better. It only takes one incident of getting your hand slammed in a door to figure out that you must be more careful, but it may take 2 or 3 times to learn to turn on the lights before walking around your house at night. Why is this process in trading important? This process is important because it describes how things are done to prepare for a trade and then provides the focus for executing them. It helps to filter out the emotional social noise and gives you a better chance for a more successful winning trade. It provides you with a tool to go back to and reflect on your trades and makes you a better trader. If you focus on the right processes, in the right way, you can design your way to trading success. Chapter 9. Next steps for beginner trader. Successful day trading is based on 3 important skills. Point 1. You need to analyze the balance of power between buyers and sellers and bet on the winning group. Chapter 6.2. You need to practice excellent money and trade management. Chapter 3.3. And you need sufficient self-discipline to follow your trading plan, to avoid getting overexcited or depressed in the markets, and to resist the temptation to make emotional decisions. Now that you have read this book, you should be in a better position to make a decision on whether or not day trading is right for you. Day trading requires a certain mindset, as well as a discipline and a set of skills that not everyone possesses. Interestingly, most of the traders I know are also poker players. They enjoy speculation and the stimulation that comes from it. Although poker is a type of gambling, day trading is not. Day trading is a science, a skill, an career, and has nothing to do with gambling. It is the serious business of selling and buying stocks, sometimes in a matter of seconds. You should be able to make decisions fast, with no motion or hesitation. Doing otherwise results in losing real money. After you've made up your mind and decided that you want to start day trading, the next step is to get a proper education. You should never start your day trading career with real money. Sign up with one of the brokers that provides you with simulated accounts with real market data. Some brokers give you access to delayed market data, but don't use those. You need to make decisions real time. Most of the simulated data software is a paid service, so you need to save some money for that software. DAS Trader www.dastrader.com offers simulated accounts for $120 per month. If you use it for 1 year and trade only with simulated money, it will cost you only $1,440. This is the cost of a proper education. If you are seriously considering day trading as a career, it's a small expenditure compared to the cost of an education for a new profession. For example, imagine that you want to go to school to get an MBA, it will easily cost you over $50,000. Likewise, many other diploma or post-graduation programs cost significantly more than the education required for day trading. Once you have a simulated account, you will need to develop your strategy. Try the strategies that I have discussed in this book, and master 1 or 2 of them. VWAP, support or resistance, and reversal strategies are the easiest. You need to only master a few of them to always be profitable in the market. Keep your strategy simple. When you have a solid strategy that you've mastered, make sure there is no emotion attached to it. Practice with the amounts of money that you will be trading in real life. It is easy to buy a position worth $100,000 in a simulated account and watch it lose half of its value in a matter of seconds. But could you tolerate this loss in a real account? If not, you will probably become an emotional trader and make a decision quickly, usually resulting in a major loss. Always trade with the size and position that you will be using in the real account. Otherwise, there is no point in trading in a simulated account. Move to a real account after at least 3 months of training with a simulated account and then, start small, with real money. Trade small while you're learning or when you are feeling stressed. If you wish, you can always have a chat with me in our chat room and receive some guidance. Continue your education and reflect upon your trading strategy. Never stop learning about the stock market. It's a dynamic environment and it's constantly changing. Day trading is different than it was 10 years ago, and it will be different in another 10 years. So keep reading and discussing your progress and performance with mentors and other traders. Always think ahead and maintain a progressive attitude. Learn as much as you can, but keep a degree of healthy skepticism about everything, including this book. Ask questions, and do not accept experts at their word. Join a community of traders. Trading alone is very difficult and can be emotionally overwhelming. It is very helpful to join a community of traders so you can ask them questions, talk to them, learn new methods and strategies, get some hints and alerts about the stock market, and also make your own contributions. If you join me, you will see that I often lose money. It can be comforting to see that losing money is not limited to you, and everyone, including experienced traders, has to take a loss. As I've said, it's all part of the process. There are many chat rooms that you can join on the internet. Some of them are free, but most of them charge a fee. By joining our chat room for free, you can see my screen in real time while I am trading and listen as I explain my strategy. You can take trades with me, or just watch and listen. Or you can take your own trades, but still be part of our community. It is extremely important to remember, however, that if you are in any community of traders, either our chat room at www.vancouver-traders.com or the dozens of others out there, you should not follow the pack but should be an independent thinker. Generally, people change when they join crowds. They become more unquestioning and impulsive, nervously searching for a leader whose trades they can mirror. They react with the crowd instead of using their minds. Chatroom members may catch a few trends together, but they get killed. When trends reverse, never forget that successful traders are independent thinkers. Simply use your judgment to decide when to trade and when not to.